dudes we have in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Buckeyes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Offense working from the pistol. Quarterback making checks. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Motion from the wide receiver. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Catch and stride inside the 15. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field. field again. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Caught close to the marker. It's Smith. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. They went up top to pick up the last first down. Let's see what they have here. The give to the left side. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He wants to change this route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. It seems so inviting to try to get the ball outside, but this defense is so fast, you just end up running sideways.
And when you don't have any misdirection or something else to look at before you push that ball on the perimeter, a lot of times those guys can play even faster. They can see it right now. Those safeties fly up, those corners fly up, outside backwards fly up, and get in the play immediately.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Pressure coming. Stands in, takes the hit. He makes the catch. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. How about that one? 4th and forever, and he just turned one loose and fired it for the 1st down.
Man, does that sting defensively. You get him in the perfect situation. You know they're going to pass the football. You play the ball deep, and you give up a deep pass. That is a back-breaking play.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Steps away to find some room. Fires to the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really...
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And I love the bounce back for this offense. We lost a week ago. Let's put that in the rearview mirror. That game's gone. Let's improve. Let's get better. So far in this first half, they've done just that.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And here's the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. The sure hands, it's Smith. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the 1st down. Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. Quarterback making adjustments. Off the play fake on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Not much room to run. Let's give it 1 to the 33. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Evanson. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
Defense, what are we doing? How are you going to let that guy, one of the best receivers in the entire country, be wide open like that? You're just making it way too easy for the offense.
Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. The Buckeyes in the hurry-up. Keep it on the ground. Turning it up. Got some room into the goal line. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And they take it in for 6 more points.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but, I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field, or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Handoff to the single running back. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19.
Really nice play call by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's thrown picks on his last 2 drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fellas up front. Put it on your backs. That's a really nice run, and that should help settle the QB down a bit.
He'll do it himself on the draw. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Wants to adjust the pattern. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Sanchez. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here, and they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Linebackers have tough jobs, right? Their first responsibility is to stuff the run, but you could see he does a really good job seeing pass, getting back into his cover 2 drop, breaking on the football, and making the interception.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drop, deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be danged. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And now this offense will take the field again. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The handoff to Johnson. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And nice job on 2nd down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching him off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the 1st down.
Off play action on 1st down. On target to the left. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Running it to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground.
Breaks into the open. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
And the Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. They think there's room to run to the right here. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. The Tigers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Might be calling a hot route. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. The AT unit on the field. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Looking for blockers. And the returner is stopped. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Snags it inside the 20. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12. It's almost as if he's racing against himself out there. This speed, dare I say, is Galloway-esque.
Yes, definitely can fly, and it dictates the whole coverage. It dictates the defense to you. You think you want to put that guy on an island with a cornerback? No, I better get a safety over the top to help. He changes the whole structure of a defense with that blazing speed.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. To the air on second down. Oh, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. They stop him short as he was trying to scramble and find his way to the goal line. Line of scrimmage is the 2, and they can pick up the 1st down here, but going for the touchdown here on 4th and short. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
And we'll have a shakeup in the Mountain West standings this week. Check this out. Air Force dug down deep and found a way to secure a coveted road win. And who knows how the pundits will view this one, but I'll tell you this. It sure beats trying to explain a bad loss. A busy day in the Mountain West and an outcome that figures to shuffle the deck there as we send it back to you.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got a man in the middle. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. To the air on 1st down. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag down on the play. Let's see what that's about. Defender got caught a little handsy with that jersey, and it'll cost him. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out 1st downs on a penalty. On the move. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Grab near the marker. It's Smith. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Now on 1st down from the 30. Wants to throw on 1st down. Good timing on the quick out. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Tigers!
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll start this drive going to the air. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 35. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Evanson. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
They go to the ground. There he goes. He'll step out of bounds at about the 11.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. Second down, they'll go to the air. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
This offense is about to face the one thing that... And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
And he's going to bring this one out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Going right to work up top. Throwing right. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have the guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you can tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he heard them.
Offense a little backed up here, and boy, would it help to convert this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Buying some time. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Looking downfield on first down. Throws toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And here he comes out of the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Tight end now in motion. They're going to open this drive with a pass. It's complete on the right side. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. Back to pass on second down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Got it in stride inside the 20. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Well, we know this offense can score points in a variety of ways. You saw it in the first half, and here we go in the second half. They're explosive. They've got playmakers all over the field, and they waste no time putting up another touchdown.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So here comes the Auburn offense. Quarterback may change this route. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Behind the chains now on second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's going for a big play downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
Caught over the middle. It's Smith. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Pocket breaking down. Makes the grab. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. And the Tigers are flying down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Smith. Oh, he's got some space. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. He tries to take the top off. Makes the catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Auburn.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. From the gun, the ground game. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19. And the Buckeyes will hustle to the line. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Finds a soft spot in the middle. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Wants to go up top on first down. Finds the tight end. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to keep it in the air. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. They'll immediately call timeout. The Buckeyes decide to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. He breaks a tackle. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
Leaves it with the running back. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The hand to the running back. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And that's a 1st down for the offense.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we could go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. The play action fake. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The offense changing the play. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. It just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires it down the seam. It's caught. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45.
Ice water in this quarterback's veins, man. 3rd play of the drive. It's 3rd and 10. You know the defense is expecting pass, but this quarterback, laser focus. He found the matchup. Great job reading coverage, and that was an absolute dime deep down the field.
Really good coverage by this defense. That they were aware of everyone on the field and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
Well, nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the 1st, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Loss of 8 yards on the play. Third down coming up.
We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. So we open the final period with a third down play. He might want another play. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
How about the bomb? The Hail Mary coming out, and the offense executes it great. They throw the ball deep. Where's the defense? Man, you know this ball is going deep. You know they need it. They got to have it. And the defense just doesn't play great, doesn't get to the football to make a play.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. Hits him inside the 20, still going. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the fourth quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Going with the ground game left. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this offense looking more and more like themselves. This is what we're accustomed to seeing. Last week, more of a blip, right? 0-1 to start the season. Kind of had some bad vibes, some bad mojo. Bounced right back, putting up a ton of points. And this one is all but over. 1-1 is here for this team.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Johnson. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds, and this offense trying to put something together.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wide receiver comes in motion. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
A designed run for the quarterback. Turning it on! They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down. In your own territory, if you don't make it, I mean, it invites disaster, but it's 4th and inches. They had to go for it, and they made it.
Well, if I lost a bunch of weight, I'd be skinny, but I didn't. So go for it every single time. I love it.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. And that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Fires to the big fella. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
They'll try to get the 1st through the air. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. He's inside the 40, the 20. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
28.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
Hey, man, this fullback is a weapon. Nice job catching the football and then turning upfield to go pick up that 1st down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Got his man downfield. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. Turns it on down the left side. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Auburn.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
Number 1.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Bringing it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. comes the Auburn offense. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that reign is coming to an end.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. First down here for the offense. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle, it's Smith. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw it again. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Time to take a shot. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. It's one thing to get that huge play. Now you got to cash it in with 6. 1st and 10 from the 24. Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. This time he's got his man. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Now with the 1st and goal, let's see what Auburn's got cooking. Looking downfield on first down. Zings it complete to the right. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
And the Ohio State offense will take over. 1st and 10.
This drive will get started from the 37-yard line.
Here we go. Terrier.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. This time he's got it. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
On the play. That's a first down for the offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Fires toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
Wide receiver going in motion. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Right on the money. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Fires to the right. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Boy, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. You have a big lead in the 4th quarter. When you do that, the only explanation for it is you're trying to send a message by sticking in another touchdown.
Yeah, and saying, listen, it's your job to stop us, and right now we're eating you alive. So I think, you know, there's some psychological warfare, right? There's some, I'm going to get in your head. There's some, I want to beat you on recruiting trail and in the future, and, you know, kind of take that and a little rub their nose in it.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Well, obviously, this team didn't get the start they wanted to on the year, coming into this one 0-1, but a great job there getting that drive, putting 6 up on the board. They've got a comfortable lead. They wanted to turn the page and start to build momentum. This is a massive win for this program.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle.
And your Auburn Tigers will take over 1st and 10.
First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Might be changing the route. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Gets it out fast. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Picked off. What a play to set him up. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Complete to the right. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
91, Auburn 42.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Breaks into the open. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. After this, it'll be a wrap. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's going to run it. Got the 1st down. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense.